This week, I've been looking at the topic of short-term vulnerability and how businesses can better support customers who may be experiencing this. We're all going to experience short-term vulnerability at some point in our lives, whether this is due to physical illness or injury, financial challenges, or even life events such as redundancy and bereavement. How organisations treat customers in their time of need can make a huge difference to how the individual feels and their ability to cope. I just wanted to share an example where this has been put into practice by one of the delegates that attended one of my training courses recently. In the training course, we spent some time exploring bereavement, what the customer may be experiencing, what they're feeling, what are their priorities and tasks when they are facing the death of a loved one. And we spent some time focusing on that initial call when that customer discloses that they're facing the death of a loved one. What are they looking to achieve in that conversation? Are they just ringing to let you know this is what they're experiencing? Do they feel ready to make decisions on that account? Is it something that we can delay for a few weeks whilst they deal with the funeral arrangements and support other family members and also look after themselves as they start their grieving process? And it was great to hear from a delegate who attended the training course and the very next day took a call from a customer who was experiencing this exact type of situation. And he explained that prior to the training course, he would have progressed the customer through the process of making changes to the account, making decisions, when actually that customer may not have been ready to make those decisions. And it was great to hear that after the training, during this conversation with this customer, he said that he responded completely differently. He was actively listening. He was listening to understand what is that customer looking to achieve in that conversation. And he responded in such a compassionate and empathetic way. He just explained to the customer, look, I understand that you've got a huge amount to deal with right now. So why don't you just take a few weeks, focus on what you need to focus on, and call me back when you feel ready, and we can talk about the account and any decisions that you want to make then. And it was powerful because that customer felt listened to, he felt valued, and it gave him the opportunity to catch his breath and focus on what he needed to be focusing on. So never underestimate the power of listening to understand. What is the customer experiencing? How are they feeling? What are their priorities at this time? How can you deviate from process? Can you delay actions and decision making to better support that customer with whatever they're experiencing at that time? So the question I want to leave you with today is, how can you better support your customers who may be facing short-term vulnerability?